Oh, guys, I am so ticked off right now, guys. I cannot explain to you how frustrated I am. Guys, as you probably know, in South Korea lately, we have been at the point where we were getting no new cases of the coronavirus. Like none, like zero, nada. And then all of a sudden,
12 of the 18 new COVID-19 cases are from here in Seoul.
all right, so out of nowhere, the coronavirus numbers started skyrocketing here in South Korea again because someone decided to go clubbing instead of staying home and being in quarantine like they should have. So this one man, he was supposed to be quarantined because he was traveling and stuff. He wasn't foreign at all, he was Korean. He came back and instead of being indoors, he went out to Itaewon and visited several different spots. The number 3 was thrown around, but then 5 clubs got thrown in there. And then apparently now the virus is being spread through multiple places actually. And it wasn't just contained in Itaewon, although that was like the epicenter, like the hot spot for this time period. But then also now there are cases in Hongdae as well, and then starting to get some in Gangnam. So it's like the virus is being spread really quickly now. There were clubs, like these people were partying hard out there, like no mask or anything, like they were clubbing. I mean, shoot, here's footage right now from one of the clubs. Okay, so people found out that the 5 clubs that were hit that night were gay clubs. And there's a reason why I mentioned that, so stay tuned to hear why. All right, so the government really wanted to find out who these people were. So much so that they contacted the phone companies, and I mean SK, KT, LG, they wanted to know who these people were to the point that when they communicate with the phone companies, they told them that they wanted to track these people based on their phone. And sure enough, these telephone companies tracked people who went through those areas and those clubs, and they found out that at least 10,000 people were there those nights during this time period. 10,000 people. Why did the government want to do this? It's because they asked for all these people who were in this vicinity to go and get tested just in case they might have contracted the virus. But those clubs are gay clubs. And as you know, in South Korea, they are very, very conservative. So if someone who contracted the virus went to those clubs, then there's a good chance, not all the time, but there's a good chance that person might be gay. And so that would in turn make them look bad in Korean society as well as their family. They wanted to avoid all that altogether. And so these people never went and got tested. Thus, the government had to track people down. And if the people did not get tested, there was a chance that they could have actually had a fine up to $20,000 US. 20,000 for not going to get tested. That is painful. And you know, part of me feels a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Unsafe. The fact that you can actually be tracked by your phone number and the phone. You know, that's kind of creepy. At the same time, I kind of understand why the government would do that, because they're trying to stop the virus as much as possible before it really blows up and then tons of people die. So I understand why they did that, and I think it's extremely important. But at the same time, I'm also gonna say that these people were caught between a rock and a hard place, right? Like either you admit that you are gay and go and get tested. Oh, obviously again, not everybody who goes to those clubs are gay, but there's that chance that then you admit that and then your family knows, or you get sick, you can be sick, get sicker, or give somebody else the virus. So it's like, it's really a rock and a hard place. And sadly, as a result of these people who went partying, other people contracted the virus as a result. So recently, someone who worked in Itaewon, or at least someone who worked in Seoul as a tutor, went to the club and contracted the virus. Then went and did not tell the parent and the student that they were tutoring that they had the virus, or at least they didn't know, but they didn't tell them that they went to Itaewon. And so in turn, they ended up giving the virus to the student that person was tutoring, as well as one of the parents as well. And then there are other cases where some of the people who went to Itaewon to party that night, they went to their job. They returned to their job and went to working. And of course, people are starting to get the virus now. And so all in all, I would say like my own thoughts, how I feel about all this is, man, I'm just super ticked right now. Like, I'm doing my best to avoid the virus. Like, I'll walk outside, I'll wear a mask, or if I go into public places, I'm wearing masks. I'm not going partying. I know a lot of other people who are not partying right now because they know this is not the right time to go partying. there is a killer virus going around. A lot of people are dying, especially in America. A lot of people are dying. Why would we even want to risk that? Why would we want to go and party in a club? I blame you young people out there, you Generation Zs, messing up for us millennials and everybody else. And I mean, y'all, we were really dodging this virus. Like, I mean, like just day after day, there were 0 cases in this country. Guys, 0 cases. But we knew that if we couldn't make it past Golden Week, if we couldn't make it past this holiday that just happened, where everybody went traveling and hanging out, if we could make it past that, it was gonna be smooth sailing. We didn't make it past that. So it's not gonna be smooth sailing. And then of course, they're also saying that the virus is gonna come back in the winter time too. So it's like, ugh. And you know, the bad thing is we really truly do not know how many people actually have this virus. It could have spread, actually no, it did. It left Seoul area and it went all the way down to Busan, all the way south of Busan, and even further south all the way to Jeju, because people from those areas came to Seoul to party and then took it right back with them. So guys, I'm telling you, it's very, very, very important that you social distance. You need to stay safe and stay healthy during these times, y'all. So as a result of all these people going to party in Itaewon and the virus spread and everything, now you have multiple things closing. So like, for example, bars are now starting to close earlier, of course, clubs. But then also you have like a lot of like sports, like sport academies and stuff like that kids go learn sport, those are closing. Now the after school academies that kids go to go learn like English or math or whatever after school, those are closing more, which they should have already closed a long time ago, but somehow people were still sending their kids to those, which I think is a stupid idea. I mean, honestly, if there's a pandemic, why would I send my kid to go be around other kids who I don't know, who probably in turn are going to other places to be around other kids that they don't know? Like, it's not a smart idea. So guys, to sum this all up, please be careful out there. Social distance, wear your mask, have good hygiene, and don't go partying. Just don't. It's not worth it, y'all. It truly is not worth it. If you guys enjoyed this rant about me talking about the virus and how it's spreading, and it's basically a current event that's happening in South Korea, make sure you please give this video a like, and if you truly dig it, yo, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and after you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell, because you gotta know when I come out with new videos, right? But yo, until the next video, you guys make sure you be cool and healthy. Peace.